Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to The Last Ego on Earth. My name is James Scott Shoemaker, and tonight we're going to head on into our blue book once again from the Foundation for Inner Peace. We're on page 58 tonight, lesson 38. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Wow, guys, we're getting deep here. There's nothing that our holiness cannot do. So, what the Course teaches here is that we are unblocking the truth. And the truth inside of us is that we're only love. We're not learning to love. We're just dreaming a dream. This whole world is an illusion of a separated mind. Every little bit of it is like, I like to think of it as cells. When there's the individual cell of a organism being birthed or created, it's one cell, and then it separates, and it separates, and it separates, and it separates, and it separates. And it becomes, like a human or something like that, or an animal. It's the same thing with our mind. Our mind has split and split and split and split and split and split, and it believes that it's separated from the other parts of itself, but it in whole is one. Kind of like our body. I like to think of our body as kind of a symbol of the Christ mind, and all the little workings that are inside of us, all the little cells, are these individual little things making us work, making us blink, making me move my fingers. But I, as the Christ mind, it's really strange. It's very symbolic of what the outside world's doing also. There's all these little things making me blink, making me talk right now, and I can't explain it, but it's happening. It's because it's one giant unit, and it's the same thing with our separated mind. So the thing is to remember and to align ourselves with Holy Spirit, with Jesus, and we get to uncover the false self, that false separated aspect of ourselves, and realize that underneath we are holy, we are love, we are complete. And so now, this Jesus here on lesson 38 is saying there is nothing that holiness cannot do. So we're getting to the point where we're starting to understand that with that love, we can let go of the separated mind that is one. It is one, pretending to be a whole bunch of different things. So it's like we are the star of a movie, and our job is to let it go. We're in that movie, and we're just letting go of anything that feels like it's harming us in any way, any pain, any suffering, any anger. We just ask Holy Spirit to please let this go, and we start collapsing or uncovering the ego's thought system, and we're starting to bring our holiness out into the world. So here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and read. I just want to give you guys the disclaimer that I'm your buddy, I'm your pal, I'm your brother. I'm just walking through this with you so that when we join minds, we get to walk home together with this, and solidifies in me, solidifies in you. And it's just beautiful. I do want to say in these talks, please feel free to leave comments down below. I love speaking to you guys about this. It strengthens in us when we do have questions. If you do have questions, I'm here. I'm here for you. So please leave them. Leave comments. I love it. I would love joining minds. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and read. I might stop throughout and give you my inspirations. All right, guys, here we go. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distant, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God, at one with the mind of his Creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness, then, can remove all pain. It can end all sorrow, and it can solve all problems. It can do so in a connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone because it is equal in power to save anyone. If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things he created are holy, and all things he created are holy because you are. In today's exercise, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or suffering in any form that you happen to think of, in yourself or in someone else. We will make no distinction because there is no distinctions. We're one, like we said, guys. We are letting go of anything that harms us. And when I mean harm is the false self, that if it feels pain or pinging inside of us, if we have anxiety inside of us or depression about certain things, that is there to be let go. Just real quick before I continue, when I was in extreme anxiety and pain, I didn't have an outlet. I didn't understand that Holy Spirit and Jesus were there for us. So I held it in. And that is what a lot of people do because they don't know, they have forgotten that they're loved and that they can do this. God's there for us at all times, and all we have to do is ask. And of course, Holy Spirit is that bridge. Jesus is the bridge back to God. So we have to ask Holy Spirit, say, Holy Spirit, please take this anxiety or this pain or what this certain person seems to be doing to me, realizing that it's actually me, because we are the one Christ mind, and let it go at that level too. And we'll get more into that later on. But remember, everything's stemming from us. We're the great projectors in this. All right, guys, we're going to head on into paragraph 4 here. In the 4 longer practice periods, each preferably to last a full 5 minutes, repeat the idea for today. Close your eyes and then search your mind for any sense of loss or unhappiness of any kind as you see it. Try to make as little distinction as possible between the situation that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Identify the situation specifically and also name the person concerned. Use this form in applying the idea for today. In this situation involving blank, in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. In the situation involving blank, in which blank sees himself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. So again, we are looking at different situations, and we're owning the fact that we can let that go. There's nothing that the holiness cannot let go. We can let go of any pain, even if it's from the past, and we feel like that's something you can't take care of. If it's in the past, we can even let it go over to Holy Spirit, and that will be healed also. That's a promise in the Course here, is that past thoughts can be let go just as much as thoughts that seem to be happening right now, and even future fears can be let go at this level. All right, from time to time you may want to vary this procedure and add some relevant thoughts of your own. You might like, for example, to include thoughts such as, there is nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercises focused on the theme. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. The purpose of today's exercise is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. In the frequent shorter applications, apply the idea in its original form unless a specific problem concerning you or someone else arises or comes to mind. In that event, use the more specific form and apply in the idea to it. All right, guys, this is Jesus' way of really getting us to realize what we really are. And I know for me, and I can only speak for myself, it took a while. It took a while for me to really understand that love is my inheritance, that I was worthy of being loved and also extending love out. I was very afraid of doing that. I was very afraid of coming forth and showing my love again because I had been so burned by, say, the ego in the past. But again, I didn't have the tools that I do now, or the tools that we do now. So, this gets easier and easier the more you let go. The more and more you let go, the more peace you find, the more love you find inside, and you're able to start extending that to yourself and to the outside world, or at least it will show that. And we start, no matter what the world's doing, we can still give it love inside of our mind. It might still be playing out there, but we have forgiveness for ourselves, our brothers and sisters, because they are that wonderful sounding board for us, or that projection that is giving us the opportunity for the forgiveness that we need to, let these things go. All right, guys, we'll get more deeper into the next few lessons. Lesson 39 is my holiness is my salvation. So that's a big one too there, guys. Jesus is really hitting this home. Our holiness is our salvation. So we'll talk about that on the next one. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful place wherever you're at. Keep asking Holy Spirit to be in charge of your mind. Peace be with you. I love you, and I will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys. Take care.